I recently surveyed hundreds of young undergraduate women at a large university in the Midwest to determine whether they value their careers or their families more. Today, women earn more than half of all bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees, and 54% of them out-earn their partners. The gender pay gap is also narrowing, and it is expected to close in some states by 2040. Despite the expectations of many of my colleagues, women's responses to my question varied depending on their audience. When surrounded by men, they prioritized family over career, but when men were not present, they chose career over family. Men's answers remained unchanged, and other researchers have observed similar results. This shift in women's responses is a reflection of the internal pressure they feel to conform to gendered social norms that emphasize women's role as caregivers, especially in front of men who prefer nurturing women to ambitious ones. These norms have been ingrained over time because women were historically expected to be caregivers, and men controlled the wealth. Even as we strive for equality in the workplace and in relationships, society still places a high value on marriage and family for women. This puts women in a difficult position, where they must choose between excelling in their career or taking care of their family. Women who pursue careers often feel pressure to take on more household labor, which can lead to mental health issues. This has become known as the problem that has no name, as discussed in Betty Friedan's book The Feminine Mystique. As the gender wage gap closes, the unpaid household labor gap widens. Women who earn more than their husbands often take on more unpaid labor at home, and even the most supportive male partners do not alter their schedules to help out. This can lead to overwhelming stress and illness for married women, and many are choosing divorce. Despite this, women are still interested in pursuing careers. Girls perform just as well as boys in almost every field, and the desire to pursue a particular trade or hobby is not gender-specific. However, societal norms and expectations often push women towards nurturing roles, which can be difficult to balance with a successful career. Our distant female ancestors had more freedom to follow their passions because they did not have to invest as much time in childcare. But as humans evolved, pair bonds developed to care for helpless babies, and marriage was invented to bind women to men. Agriculture introduced inequality, and women became a resource. Social values that prized nurturing roles for women were amplified. In conclusion, women still face pressure to choose between their careers and their families, and societal norms continue to value marriage and family for women. This puts women in a difficult position, and even as the gender wage gap narrows, the unpaid household labor gap widens. However, women are still interested in pursuing their passions, and societal norms must change to allow them to do so.